When did you cheat and what were the repercussions? We have all cheated in life, both in small and big situations. But what we forget all the time is that it's not a good habit and they do have repercussions. Today, our Redditors share their experiences regarding cheating and the repercussions that they faced after it. I was playing War, a card game, against my girlfriend. When I realized I was losing, I went to the bathroom and added 3 aces from another deck into my pile of cards. She caught me. We no longer play cards. Aw, that's sad. I met this guy while I was away at university. We lived in the same residence and he had an obvious crush on me. I wasn't interested in him, but we had the same social circle and became good friends. Fast forward about 8 months. Our group of friends goes out to the bar and I get completely wasted. Blackout drunk. I woke up the next morning in his bed with a broken ankle and obvious signs that I had sex with him. Sigh, I made a mistake, but he's nice, let's give it a try. We dated for about 6 months before I decided I don't like the program or school I'm in and made the hippie decision to go find myself in Australia. When I told him I would be moving away and I think it would be best if we broke up, he was having none of it. He thought we could do the long distance thing or he could come to visit. A year isn't that long. I made numerous attempts to break up and finally I decided I would just go and then make it official after having left. He refused to allow me to break up with him. He even said he was unwilling to allow that to happen and we would discuss our future when I returned home. So I did what any girl would do. I f***ed an American. You see, my boyfriend at the time was British, FYI I'm Canadian, and he hates Americans. That was enough for him. Although now I'm Canadian who cheated on him and the American. The too long didn't read, my British boyfriend wouldn't let me break up with him, so I fucked an American to make him lose all interest in me. You definitely should have a sit down and talk with him. I am in love with my wife's sister, which I consider emotional cheating, but I haven't cheated physically. We've talked about it, my wife and I mean, it's pretty obvious to her because I'm a terrible liar. It's hard to get past how you feel sometimes, but I still love my wife. Listen to your conscience, brother. This one girl I knew was absolutely obsessed with me. Semi-cute, with a decent face and great body. She texts non-stop, and the funniest times would be when she texted me something completely random, and would later say, "Oh, sorry, that was an accident and was supposed to be to my friend." But what's up anyway? These scenarios would occur on Facebook chat as well. Regardless, I had more than enough confidence that I could hang out with her whenever I pleased. I dated a girl last year back in early May. The day after we finally started dating, I was on my way back to school, and along the way, an overly attached female texts me and lets me know she's having a party and that I should stop by. I wasn't doing anything for the night, so I said, why not, I'll just say hi and have a drink or two and leave. I forgot she was overly attached. When I arrived at her place, she looked extremely eager, yet nervous to see me in my car, and after we said hi, the first thing she said was, "You're staying for a while, right? Let me show you my place." I was skeptical, but didn't want to be a douche, so I agreed to be there for 10 minutes. It was my first time seeing her place, so she showed me everything and then her room last. As I walked in, she shut and locked it. I started to get paranoid. "Why are you locking the door? I have to go back soon." She replied with something along the lines of how neither of us had final exams left and it was getting very late and that I should stay. She kept feeding me drink after drink, and I tend to be very disciplined about drunk driving, so I started realizing driving back wasn't the best idea. I was seriously considering walking back, but the alcohol kicked in and she looked hotter after every drink. Before long, we started talking deeply and she initiates all contact, and I pull a especially since this girl wasn't really known amongst my friends, and especially my girlfriend. We basically did everything but, and after we were done, I had an extreme amount of guilt in my system, and I told her I wanted to leave around 4 a.m. My girlfriend was about to take her final around 10 a.m., so I went to get her a cupcake and coffee and wished her luck, and drove her to her final around 9. Guilt-ridden the entire trip. Only one of my closest friends knows about this to this day, and all the Redditors reading this. To be fair, my girlfriend ended up being a and a half. You're lucky she turned out to be like that. Fred and I dated for 1.5 years, 3 months, before Fred was going to study abroad. Fred gave me an ultimatum. 1, give him a break and wait for his return and then continue where we left off. Where I can't date other guys, but he can. or 2, break up. I asked him if he loved me and gave him a month. He couldn't give me an answer, so we broke up. 1.5 years of not talking later, he confesses to me that he still loves me and that he has changed for the better. Fred asked me if we can be boyfriend and girlfriend again. Me, being a dumb girl, gave him another chance, but told him that we should just start off as friends. I told him not to rush the relationship and that if it happens, and he said okay. After 4 months of talking and going on some dates, I asked him to be my boyfriend. At this time, we were both seniors and he was about to graduate. Fred told me that he doesn't want a girlfriend at this time, and then I again asked him if he loved me. Fred told me that he does, but it depends on if he finds a job within 30 minutes of me. If his job met that requirement, then he'll let me be his girlfriend. I didn't like that answer. 2 weeks before finals, I started a relationship with another guy, Jim, who had been chasing me for months now. Jim and I went Facebook official. Fred was so mad at me when he saw this. Fred accused me of misleading him and that I had cheated on him with Jim. I tried telling Fred that it's not cheating since we weren't in a relationship, but he wouldn't have it. Now, he'll always remember me as the lying, unfaithful. I haven't heard from Fred since. I just want to state that 1, I asked Fred to be my boyfriend and he said no, and 2, it's not cheating if we're not in a relationship, but I guess some people may consider that as cheating. Fred sounds like a douchebag. I met and was accused of cheating and betraying trust. Repercussions from it, I guess she lost interest and slept with one of my friends. We forgave and got back together. Then next summer, I guess she lost interest again and slept with the same D-bag. Dude, you're better than her. I used to stack the deck against my little brother in Candyland. It was stacked in such a way that he would quickly move to nearly last place while I kept getting stuck and moving slowly. Then he would get the candy card, which moved him back to the beginning and me to the end. He would rage so hard at the luck. That was when he was like 5 or 6. Now he's 10 and he plays COD and Halo. Oh, how the times have changed. You miss it, don't you? What are your opinions regarding cheating? Should it be forgiven? How would you feel if someone cheated on you? Comment your thoughts down below and please subscribe to our channel before you leave.